My next guest is a member of Friends of Old Seven, and Friends of Old Seven, their primary mission is to help restore, maintain, enhance, and save the 7 Mile Bridge. We're going to talk more about the organization along with talking about how the community can get involved in helping them achieve their mission. Mike, thank you for being with me this morning.
Hey Jenna, thanks for having us on your show.
Okay, first let's talk about why the 7 Mile Bridge is so significant to the Keys, Mike.
Yeah, I'd have to say the main issue is none of us would be here today had Flagler not built that road and the 7 Mile Bridge. We'd be coming down here in boats and fishing, and that's all that could exist. The fact that they opened up that rail system led to the road system that developed the entire Keys. Another important issue I think viewers should know is that we are on the National Registrar's list. We're probably the largest artifact in the country that I can think of, and we're part of the Heritage Trail. And then thirdly, I'd have to say that Pigeon Key, anyone familiar with that knows what a wonderful museum and marine camps out there. If this bridge closes next year, there will be no way to get out to that camp because the ferry service stops.
So it's so important to save this bridge. And what all needs to be done on it, Mike?
To sum it up in a nutshell, Department of Transportation, Florida Department of Transportation announced about 1.5 years ago that it wasn't structurally sound. And they're now doing reviews every 6 months, I believe. And at some point they will condemn the bridge and we will not be able to use it, and they will cut it so you can't go out on it. The reason that we need to save it is basically that's an icon of the Keys, probably the biggest icon that I know of down here. It affords people to get out. We live on an island. There's not many recreational facilities, and it allows us a 4-mile walk, 2.2 miles out and back. It gives people to take their strollers. You go out and view the sky at night, see the fish, etc., etc. It's a valuable resource that we have, and once it's gone, like a loved one, they're not coming back. It's gone.
It's gone, okay. So, what can be done to save this, Mike?
We have put together, we started with a 501c3 nonprofit structure. And our goal at that time, and still is to organize the state, the county, and the city, along with private and public funding and donors, and more or less be a job site manager to coordinate all these entities to save the bridge. And to do it, we need capital, obviously. That's the #1 thing any project needs is capital, and coordination of all these people so that we can rebuild it and provide maintenance money for the next 15 years. That's the conditions Florida Department of Transportation gave us, is rebuild it and be able to maintain it for 15 years, and then they'll hand it off to whatever entity takes it.
Okay. And now, who all is involved in this organization, Mike? How many people?
If you count the actual players at FO7, there's about 6 of us very active with probably 10 good volunteers that are there when we need them. Then you have Florida Department of Transportation, who's offered to put up 50% of the construction fee, match 50%, which is substantial. We have a meeting in about 1.5 months with Monroe County, who then will tell us how much they can afford to match of that. And then after that we have a meeting with Marathon. So those are all players. And then add to that the people that assign petitions. I believe we have about 12,000 now.
Wow,
at last count. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Now this obviously is something that, for you to be involved in this organization, the 7 Mile Bridge, it must mean something to you. Why did you, become a part of this?
I myself personally use the bridge to stay in shape. I mean, the older we get, the more we need to exercise, and there's very few places you can exercise. My wife and I enjoy jogging and walking the bridge. We also are very avid fishing people and enjoy seeing the marine life off the bridge. And we're stargazers. We like to take our telescope and go out there. So personally for me, it was those uses that stimulated me to investigate what's going on in Friends of Seven, and then that stimulated my understanding of it's one of the only historical icons we have in the Keys. The Keys don't have that many historical places, and 7 Mile Bridge is the epitome, as Vern would say, of the Keys images. It's on all the postcards, and it's how people think of us.
Right. So you would just be so disappointed if something were to happen to this.
I think not only I think the Keys, both our generation today, those living and those coming, are going to regret if we do not save at least that section of the bridge. There's no other walking section of the 7 Mile Bridge you can get on. That's the last.
Now, if other people have the same thoughts about this that you do, how can they get involved and start helping right now?
Probably the best way, and I'd recommend starting out by just walk the bridge. If you haven't, get out, walk it, get a feel of the passion that we have for it. Walk it because it might not be there tomorrow. This could stop at any day, so at least you will have walked it once. Secondly, inform your friends and yourself to go to our website, which will sum everything up, tell you who, what, where, when, what's going on, and how to donate. You can donate on our website. And sign our petitions, buy our t-shirts, buy our shirts. Those small dollars help a lot. That's our operation capital until we can get what we call the whales involved.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for sharing all of this with us this morning. I think what you guys are doing, it's pretty wonderful. So
Thank
you. All right, everybody, we have to take a quick break right now, but I will be back right after these messages, so don't go away.